Dueling Lives. I'd address what DOA mentioned. Obviously, I'm not in Los Angeles. I'm in Newark. Uh, so, I pretty much gave a decent synopsis of what went down in the pre-record, but figured if any of y'all want to chat, it might be a fun time to do it, only because it's interesting. I've never gotten so much hate from both sides that I've gotten in the last week, so that's been quite remarkable. So we'll see if anybody wants to come in. Hey, Genwell, what's up, what's up? Nice to have you. I decided to play hooky from court, chill in beautiful Newark. I had a big paella for dinner today, which was nice. I missed some interaction. I missed more interaction than I thought. There is some debate that goes on with probable cause, obviously. So maybe I will go Friday. I doubt it, but perhaps. Thank you, Genwell. Good to see you as well. Chief, hello, hello. Brenda, nice to have you. Always in trouble. Manuel GTSY. Manuel. Okay, good to see Manuel. I don't know who Manuel is, but oh, there's Manuel. Hello, Manuel. Hey, Mikey Dubs. Nice to have you. Hey, Wanda Lisa. Nice to have you. VIP. Got a good chat. Small but mighty chat. Silva. Nice to have you. Hello, Dave. Brenda again. Nice view. Yeah. I figured, why not go live? Because the view is kind of nice. Downtown Newark. It's like the neglected cousin of New York City. Because I had my flight in Newark, and I figured I was going to miss it because everything showed up late. And I was relying on train schedules, but I was like, you know what? Whatever. The dog's he's already at somebody's house. I didn't book the hotel. I only book hotels the moment I get on the plane. So until I get on the plane and I know it's going to take off, I don't book my hotel. So it's like, I found like a nice cheap. It's a lot cheaper than LA. Nice cheap hotel in downtown Newark. Been eating well, walking around. Just left NY. You should have told me. Next time, let me know. Shoot me an email. Dodge.Landisman. We can grab a bite. Hello, June. Nice to have you. So you got a good cadre. But yeah, so no, I guess we'll talk, I guess I'll give my general rundown. DOA's talking shit. Nothing terribly offensive. Nothing I haven't heard before. So, and I don't know why everybody thinks I was on drugs. That's because he played me on 2 times. He could play me on normal speed if he wants. Maybe he just wants to play it quicker. I don't know. But he could, I'm never going to copyright strike him. I don't do that shit. That's some weak shit. But yeah, DOA had some pretty good momentum in a lot of regards. He might get all the charges dismissed. Not all of them, but all of the felony vandalism charges dismissed. So that would be something, because it's all attached to the hate crime aspect. Which is weird, you think they'd add the hate crime aspect to the other one, to the assault charge, but I don't think they play their hand very effectively. So it'll be interesting to see trial-wise how it works if they just drop a bunch of it. Wants Lisa to talk about a comedy dad ants. Okay. No, he's not going to get all the charges dismissed. Oh, I think he may very well could, because it's harder to prove with a hate crime. That's what I'm saying. If you go after and you put that on there, you can't compromise. You can compromise with the defendant, but you can't really compromise with the judge. What's on the table is something that is attached to a hate crime, and it's much harder to prove. And to prove a hate crime, that's the argument Scientology is going to make. To prove a hate crime, part of it is going after them for their religion, right? But then if you say, well, they're cultists, they've done child labor trafficking, they've been particularly antagonistic to me, is it really a hate crime? Are you going after this entity because of their religion, or are you going after this entity because of the way they treat children, because of the way they separate families, because the way they prey on people financially? Can you say you've been investigating them and then they retaliate? There's a lot of ways they retaliate against you. There's a lot of ways you could take the conversation, and you could say, we're no longer talking in religious terms. What they're doing is arguably mafioso, or even corrupt, or over corporatist, right? You're not afforded the same rights if you attack a dude who, the CEO of Verizon, not attack him, don't shoot him, well, like at United Healthcare. But if you attack a CEO from Verizon, metaphorically, and you you take out, you're outside of the building, of the Verizon building, and you mess with their planners and mess with their stuff, obviously it's not a hate crime. It's, you don't like them as a corporation and what they're doing. So you can make the same argument with Scientology. That they're a corporation in some regard, a bigger entity. So, you know, then it goes more in First Amendment. So it's an interesting case. I mean, shit, maybe I should be there Monday. It's hard, you know, I mean, it's tough because momentum is tough. Another reason why I want to do other stuff is because I try to cover objectively and say when people are, you know, when he has momentum and when he doesn't. But people are unhappy with it. And I don't care. I don't care if I get a bunch. It's not a bunch, you know, it's 20% of negative comments. It's not the majority. But, you know, if I feel like I'm not providing a service to people and it's, you know, and people are unhappy with what I'm providing, then I'll do something else, eh? Hey, Sticker Chick. Gotta love her. She's famous. What up? Doss is here. Well, Doss and Sticker Chick in one chat. Fascinating. Hi, Dodge. How are you and Doggy? Thank you for asking, Doss. I'm doing well, thank you. Great view. The dog is at somebody's house because I prepared to go out, but I was like, screw it at the end. Planners are on public property. And that's another argument they'll make too, right? Where truly were the planners? Who is the victim? Is it, if it's on Scientology property, Scientology is a victim. If it's on public property, then that would be the city, right? That's a different conversation. People say I've been inaccurate about that. I haven't addressed that in one regard or another. That'll be addressed in court. But that was not an inaccuracy I made. You know, there's a lot of people saying I made inaccuracies when I didn't. But there's some inaccuracies I have made, and I've corrected them, right? I've certainly made some. I haven't been amazing by any stretch, but I don't think I've been disastrous either. Thank you, Doss. Good to hear. Always, guys, subscribe to Doss. Always, you know, he's able to condense information fairly quickly, so you don't have to sift through all of DOA's dribble. You make me laugh so hard with your theories based on Dad and Doss, Riddle, Wanda, Lisa, says Sticker Chick. There are a lot of theories. Some of them are a little extreme. You're 20 miles away. Where are you, Amy? Are you in Jersey? The city ordered planners to be removed. I always appreciate hearing your opinions. Thank you. Yeah, you know, and somebody made a more legitimate comment saying they didn't like me giving my opinion. And I think that's fair. I mean, I think you could generally give an opinion as to what, you know, you think is proper justice and what you don't think is proper justice. Is that objective reporting? No. Did I say I'm going to be a completely objective reporter? No. Did I say I was going to be objective with the information analyzing it? Yes. Have I been? I feel like I have been. And the proof of that is people yelling at me from both sides because I'm not forwarding their propaganda. I live in, oh, you're in North Jersey, Amy? Oh, what are you in Bergen County? Cool. Got a lot of North Jersey. Thanks, Dodge. Sticky, keep your stink with you, says Doss. Miserable old hag sticker. Sticker has her enemies. Sandy Hill, hello. It is okay for everyone else to give their opinion. Yeah. I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not saying people should not do negative comments. I'm not saying DOA has no right to be. Of course, DOA has right to be upset at me. I don't, you know. Doesn't mean I'll change his opinion, my opinion of him. I think he's a brute and a bully. You know, but if you have somebody who has an audience saying that they're not performing as well as they could be performing and that they've lost an upper hand, of course you'd be mad at somebody. But, you know, that's why he's not an objective source, and I am. So did you give up on going out? What do you mean? Going out to LA? Yeah, I'm not. I'm in Newark. I was like, I went to the airport, then I was like, screw it, because I was too late, probably. I showed up like 35 minutes, 40 minutes before my flight. Dosh, do you enjoy the earthquake? I didn't feel it. West Passaic, close to Morristown. Okay, so you're Morris County, I guess. Yeah, right. Pretty over there. Got a lot of the revolutionary farm setups. Sticker can't stand her man being sad. DOA has his loyalists. And that's another thing, man. Treat your fans well. People, that's the saddest thing I heard. He didn't, you know, have a big lunch and take him out to lunch. People are really that committed to you. You know, you allot yourself 2 hours and you have a lunch with people. Almost always. That's part of the fun of it, right? If somebody, Lord knows I can't figure out the reasons they got, but they got reasons for really respecting him and watching his content and feel like he single-handedly, along with Witch Share, of course, defeating the Church of Scientology. And the least he could do in that situation is make yourself available for 2 hours and buy them all dinner. Lord knows how selfish we could get. Do you think Hockstetter will go to jail? I say no way, plea deal. Scott's getting momentum. He's getting momentum. A lot of these charges might be thrown out. Not entirely sure, but I think they're more likely to be thrown out than not to be thrown out. There might be some, from what I heard, there is, he didn't say anything publicly in the court, but that the judge might be a little wary that this case is getting extended with additional players, being Becky, being other people. Rib Guy, I guess, moreover. Becky didn't want to give her name, so and that's the thing, if you really care, give your name, right? I never understood, that's one thing. The streamer thing is fascinating to me, how people stream. They become public figures and don't want to give their first. You don't have to. I'm not saying she should, but that they don't want to give their first and last name. I'm like, dude, you're already presenting your face. You're in a public figure sphere, as we all are. So just, why can't, if it's this serious to you, you can just give. And I guess people would know it in the court, I suppose. But I've always found that interesting. But do what you'd like, I suppose. I think you do the best you can without the resources to be every trial event. Thank you, Neuropsych. That's nice to hear. No one is perfect. Journalists are never without some bias. I'll openly admit it. Oh, hey, Zippy. Zippy, I'll never block you. You commented on the video when you said something not nice. I can't remember what it was. You could remind me, though. I'll never block you. I don't block haters. I don't block detractors. I'm the only one to actually converse with you. So, Zippy, if you want to repeat your comment, I can't recall what it is, but please repeat it. But no, I'll never block you. Girl or guy. Girl, go find your man. Huh, Jen. It's not wrong. Hey, Dodge, your latest court video was rather shoddy. You should do your research, kiddo. About what? Get specific. Get specific and I'll address it. See, that's the thing. There's so many vague accusations. 2 hearts beat as 1 ZDT away. 86 was there. I don't know. Hey, Kiki, nice to have you. Hey, hope you're having a good evening. I am. Didn't do too much today. It was nice. Got some new blue shoes in Newark. Very cheap. Also, you're a ship tit. Right, but there's something else you said. What else? You call me a ship tit. I'm aware of that. Sticker Chick says, hey, man, can you keep typing and writing their names, but they aren't party to the case? Do you understand? I don't understand what you're... Is that English? Hey, man, you can keep typing and writing their names, but they aren't party to the case. Do you understand? Oh, well, and that's what the judge might be wary of. That there's this inclusion to get additional people in the case. And there's nothing like a judge dislikes more than things that are not directly concurrent with the point, right? If there's added information being added on, it's more the judge has to deal with. It's a longer case. Judges oftentimes just want to end things as quickly, as efficiently as they can. So no, I mean, that's a fair point. Granted, though, Becky's claim of harassment, I think she's being harassed. Becky's claim of harassment was enough to hold a hearing to discuss the violation of bail and to get a judge to admonish DOA for doing so. So, Jen, she is a cow, huh? Okay, don't call people cows. Are you leaving Newark tomorrow? For the day, I was going to film some immigration court in Manhattan just to do it. And there might be a mayoral event. And then I'll pick up my dog, probably that evening. What else are you guys saying? Looks red. Thanks for getting out of the green lighting. Oh, whoops. You're welcome. Dodge, at least... Can you at least explain about this dumb shit? About what? Dumb shit? What? You called me a jerk before I called you a ship tit. Okay. Are you a member of my channel? Well, thanks for being a member. That's interesting. I want Jack Black to play DOA in the next... I want Steven Seagal to play DOA in the next Netflix movie. Like, DOA is Steven Seagal. They are one and the same. Dodge, Sticker Chick plans to ridicule your physical and mental attributes. Okay. Go right ahead. I mean, I kind of like my physical attributes. I'm pretty fit. I'm not short, but you could try as you'd like. Fat boy acting like he's free as he wears an ankle monitor. Right, and that was an interesting argument that somebody already made. That was made, which is interesting. It's like the reason he doesn't get his bail revoked. I think it was maybe Becky or maybe it was Becky who made a pretty good argument about this. That the reason that his bail's not revoked is because like ankle monitor is already a form of incarceration in some regard, right? Like because he's getting the ankle, like has to be really bad to actually lands in jail, and the ankle monitor is like punishment enough, like sort of incarceration. So violating the bail is almost moot because he's not fully free, right? He can't go on a road trip out of state. He can't go to Mexico. Oh, by the way, Reddit said I said DOA was going to go to Mexico. I said it as a joke. I didn't think he'd go to Mexico. I said he should. If I were him, that would be wise. Although, you know, the momentum's shifting in a lot of regards, so it's hard to tell how this is all going to play out. But he's still looking at charges. Understand Scott is Mina's YouTube husband. Okay. I think it's funny they continue to do it, but they don't understand it. We told them, but whatevers. Told who and what? A little what in the butt. Steven Seagal has fake beat up hundreds of more people. To deal with. That's the truth. Says High Seas Bantertree. Great name. Did you read the order with Tanya and Rib Guy people? No, I didn't read shit. All right, I'll be honest with you. But I will. Judges. I watched a lot. I watched hours. Mexico would be a great place for him. He'd have fun. You're not subservient enough for the mansion grannies. I'm not. I never struck gold. The gold rush was over by the time I got there, man. Did I miss you talk about what happened today? Have they dropped some of the charges? Yeah, I mean, I did a pre-recorded video, so you can watch more of a comprehensive. I just figured I'd screw around and walk a little bit. Show you guys some of Newark. Newark at night. We want a ZDT Olza review. That sounds kind of cool. We are welcoming him. We are very welcoming in Mexico, right, Charles? This is very true. People will be very welcoming to me. What do you call redhead suffering from a yeast infection? Nice. Gingerbread. I love it. Very cool. I don't know what Olza means. But, so no, they didn't drop anything. One charge is permitted to go through. One charge has definitively stuck. On Friday, they'll figure out. And that one charge is the assault, the felony assault. And then, of course, the subsequent ones are all related to vandalism, but they have hate crime attached to it. That may or may not be dropped. Hard to say. I think probably more likely than not. Remember, he's looking at the misdemeanors too. And he's still looking at the felony charge regardless. But no, I mean, there's no definitive ruling. I missed something because there was testimony given and things like that. Ironbound section, great restaurants. Yes, I was just there. What did I eat? I got it here too. I've been carrying all day. I ate paella. I forgot what it was called. Oh well. It's a famous one. And I'm going to tell you. Give me a minute. I went to Fornos of Spain. Is where I went to. I did say paella. Yes, it's delicious. I went to Fornos. There's a big Portuguese population here. I mean, that's why I was like, man, maybe I should just hang out in Newark and just eat my way through. This city has such good food. And it's like, I like it better than New York City in some way because everything's condensed. All these interesting immigrant cultures are like within 10 blocks. And New York has that too. That's loud. That's a loud ass light rail. That's relatively new. They added a light rail here. But everything's more condensed in Newark because it's a smaller city. So you have the soul food, like a strong black population next to a strong Portuguese population next to a strong West African population. I'm going to eat Swahili food tomorrow. So it's a cool city. I like it. It's a lot more convenient if you're just chilling for a day. Easier to park in Newark. Yes, parking is a little more abundant. Definitely. They're more likely going to reduce the assault charge. That's possible. They could very well reduce the assault charge and peace out on the felonies and hate crime crap. Right. Again, the fact that there's an addendum of a hate crime in the first place makes it less likely that the charge will be permitted. So we'll see. So he has, in that regard, he has positive momentum. Sorry, Dodge, no reporters in the barn. I don't know what that means. You guys speak in riddles, don't you? Dodge, be careful of anyone wearing a scream mask. Okay, all right. Duly noted. Duly noted on the scream mask. Cool, historic downtown. I think Newark's fun because it's less sexy. Because it's less sexy. There's a lot less new buildings. So the old historic buildings kind of stands alone a little better. But it's been cleaned up. Last time I was here was like 10 years ago. It's still a little wild, but it's a little more calm. Why aren't y'all in Scott's live? Because they're watching me, bitches. Scott pardon me. Scott started talking shit about me. I'm like, fuck it, I'll go live. I got at least half of what he's got. Not bad. University Hospital Newark is level 1 trauma care. Nice. Well, hey. If a Scientologist assaults me, I know where to go. And I'm going to start a GoFundMe. Because that's another conversation. Just to piss everybody off in the chat. You know, Aaron not cool with the whole fundraising. I mean, not that anybody should listen to me, but I was saying time after time, it's good to get the attention, to get the press, to show that you're a fighter against Scientology. It's another thing if that becomes somebody else's problem fairly quickly, which is what happened. Dodge, what do you call... Oh, hey, Harry, that's sec. What do you call a ginger whose phone rings on a Saturday night? Shocked. That's funny. Hey, Michael. You're best reporter. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Michael. I'll just say that. Okay. DOA is 500. You're not even close. I'm not far. Well, he had like, last time I saw it, he had like 380. I'm not that far at all. Gonna wash dishes and listen to make us laugh. No, I'm riddled. Well, yeah, he's talking shit nonstop. He can talk shit as much as he wants. I don't give a fuck. He can't understand half the shit I'm saying. He doesn't even know the terminology yet. He thinks I'm wrong because he doesn't understand the court. And he doesn't understand the legal process. And so therefore I'm wrong. Where he doesn't actually understand what's happening to him. So, this part looks sketchy. Yeah, it is, but there's some nice piece of art. Pretty building. Religious fights. Word. Yeah, I got an old Catholic statue. Kind of cool. Psychic Friends is here. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. You know what's interesting? If anybody wants to, this is an honest search and education. One commenter, whose comments I appreciate, felt that Michael is being predatory. Do you think he's being... I definitely kept trying to change the topic of conversation, and I definitely think it was inappropriate and not... people are of a certain age. That's what they're trying to understand. It's like, help educate me. People of a certain age won't understand that that's aggressive and that's creepy, and you shouldn't comment on every attractive person you see, and that's not kosher. Do you give some leeway if somebody is older, or is that predatory? And just to be educated, I'm not saying it's wrong, but how is that specifically predatory? Somebody wants to talk about that, but I'm just shooting the shit. Hey everyone, Mike has really good info on his streams. Anyone interested in his other cult stuff? Sure. Scott P says that's why I think he should have swallowed his pride and got Henry to provide legal advice to show him how the courts work. Yeah. You know, I mean, he missed a lot of opportunities fairly early on. I'm psychic too. Yeah, and you know, again, I'm not mad at anybody for the stream because it's like that's my failure to be specific, right? And that's all on me. Dodge, I'm serious. You're a great guy. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. That's very kind. Shrimp is a highly amusing entity in this whole realm. He is 1,000%. DOA said he was teaching everyone. Teaching everybody about what? Special mama. Oh shit, I gotta get a soda soon, guys. The courts. The courts about what? You heard the song Loser by Gucci Mane? No. I know that this Beck song or something. Loser, baby. Oh, she killed me. That's the only one I know. Religious bites. How not to do it. I don't know what any of you are talking about. But yeah, all of some good streams, all of some not great streams. That happens. Dodge, you should do... No, I'm not doing any paranormal. No more psychic. Sorry. No more psychic conversations. No more psychics about paranormal. Nothing. I'm completely and definitively done with that forever. No more talk about any psych. I don't believe in psychicness. Psychic equals psychotic. Dodge, DOA's Court Friday. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. DOA sucks for bashing you. Thank you, Michael. That's very kind. Are you afraid of ghosts? No, I don't think they're real. Do you see Josiah cook pin-shaped back to you? Cook is a way to put it. Now that was court reporting at its finest. I'll give him credit. He's funny. But, you know, calling somebody trans is, I don't know. That's a little anti-trans, eh? Dodge does have his line. Of what? Of Coke? Always do. Zippy, did you get blocked in her channel? David B has such low self-esteem, is only feeling power self-worth by being a mod blocking everybody. I don't know, huh? My spirit guides told me you're going to say that, Dodge. I don't know what I just said. About trans stuff? I don't know. Oh shit, I just tripped on the ground. Their infrastructure is poor. Hey, Tink's back. All my favorite people here today, aren't they? Zippy and Tink, my two favorites. And Sticker Chick. Hey, Sticker Chick, what did Sticker Chick say? I think we can learn by everyone religious bites. Huh? I just wanted to learn. What's religious bites? Is that an expression? Guys, let me look at where I am. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I had to go to Qdoba. I had to get a soda. So you obviously can't learn. Is that why you are an Antifa simp? Huh? Oh, God. People say I'm conservative. I didn't vote for Trump. I'm not conservative. I'm way more liberal than I'm conservative by a mile. Somebody thought I was a conservative activist. I think because I went to Pierre Poilievre rally, but that's what you do as a journalist or somebody trying to document things. You go to all different events and talk to all different types of people. What is anybody talking about? You can tell Sticker mental instability by the amount of ha-ha-r-l and f-a-o she types this, Liz. You can see who my mods are. I don't care who your mods are. You're probably not talking to me, Sticker Chick. What does that mean, Sticker Chick? Like, were you born a fruit? Were you born, like, a banana and there's a sticker on you? Do you have a handicap sticker? The police pull you over like you're in a handicap spot and she's like, here's my sticker. I'm even called Sticker Chick, bitch. Dodge, keep your wits about you walking in Newark. I know, right? I'm fine. I'm pretty comfortable. I always have been. These so-called dangerous neighborhoods are never actually terribly dangerous at all. Sticker Chick chose drugs over her kids. What? Don't spread information about anybody. That's not nice. Don't dox anybody. Don't specifically talk about anybody's happenings in their internal life. Do a better waddle effect with my live stream. Here you go. Suck it. You named me Sticker Chick. I did? I didn't name her Sticker Chick. I don't know. I barely know who you are, other than you're kind of famous. I congratulate you. Antifa is not MAGA. Sure. Tink, to the best of my recollection, CDT is an enabler and a simp. Sure. She's not nice. I've heard Sticker Chick has not been nice. This much I have heard. Plublic info, says Tink. Plublic. It's Plublic info. Linda says Sticker Chick has more brains than all those trolls put together. I don't know if I agree with that. Who on YouTube is nice? I think I'm incredibly kind all the time. I think I am infallible. I think I am Christ-like. I think I am the next Jesus. And at some point, there needs to be a battle between me and Witshare as to who will rule the anti-Scientology movement. A battle to the death, a battle of hexes. That I will come to LA for. She's a hate hog, says somebody. Hey, Canadian Cindy. Hey, where in Canada you from? Zippy, she isn't. Who's what? A little what in the butt. Sacred Chick is awesome. All right, cool. We got a minion. You gotta love the minions. I dated a girl who was in love with the Minion, that movie with the Minions. And she wasn't very smart. She's getting ready to make you her bitch, unfortunately, Dodge. Huh? Who's getting ready to make me her bitch? What in the hell are any of you talking about? Christina says SC is nice. South Carolina, it can be nice. It can be racist. Vaughn gave Sticker Chick her name. Oh, yeah, I heard, yeah, Sticker Chick was criticizing somebody who lost a child. Also not cool. So don't say Sticker Chick did anything bad in her personal life, but if you're Sticker Chick, don't bring up the death of anybody's child. Hey, Marina, you're looking good these days. Everybody was against you, but you're the best behaved out there. Really. Nice to have you. Canadian Cindy. Hey, Cindy, where in Canada are you from? Alberta. Oh, there you go. We're in Alberta. Hey, this is my old car once upon a time, but not anymore. I've been to Edmonton, I've been to Calgary, I've been to Red Deer, I've been to Jasper. That's in Alberta too. Yeah. I've been a few places in Alberta. Good times. Lloydminster on the border. Been to Lloydminster. I need to get a soda. I gotta take a piss. What percent am I at? 22. Losers. Aren't we all? I'm a loser. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Dodge, are you paper bag? No, this is my paella that I could eat. Oh, don't be close already, Qdoba. Don't give me that bullshit. I just gotta get a soda. Closes at 11. Oh, come. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck. Shit. Really? This is some bullshit. Fuck. I really need a fountain soda and cannot get one. Shit. Fuck. Ugh. Canadian City Dodge. Pay attention to the haters. Don't pay attention to the haters. Thank you. They're all mad because SC gets the facts first. Sticker Chick. And we're not sure Vaughn's telling the truth on the Jesus, can we stop talking about miscarriages? Oh my God. But thank you. Sandy Hills says, Dodge, can you believe this is where it's at? When I think back to your reporting on Lisa Presley, now you have a stream with all this in it. Who'd have thunk it? This is where the audience went. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. I got that AC powerful enough for you. They don't have that AC powerful enough for you. That's some bullshit. Yeah. I don't know how you survive all night. Yeah. You should complain.
That's your shirt?
I didn't think about that. Thank you. Thank you. It's so sweet. Thanks for noticing. I never realized that, too. They match the shoes as well. You're right. I got 3 things matching. I'm looking out. Thanks for noticing. Me and my night. Thanks for letting me get the soda. Appreciate it. Nice staying open. What's up? Oh yeah, my bad. I didn't know you got. I forgot. I know you got changed. Almost not a headache. Appreciate that. Thank you. You have a good night. I would never wish cancer. Yeah, nobody should get cancer. I'm anti. Sticker Chick has been terribly nice though. Just this reality. Wait for the most important court date in LA. Mindy's RL. Hey. Then care about him. So get the fuck out of here with nobody cares about her. A lot of people care about her. She's also a lot more sympathetic. She also hasn't burned a lot of bridges. So people from both sides appreciate her good heart and know she's a good person and want her to get some justice against EDT, and that's a stronger precedent. You know, one of the reasons I think that my interest in the case is diminishing is because Scott complicates it. I still don't think Scott should be in jail. Absolutely not. I don't think he should be in jail for the charges that he's facing. And that I'll never change on that. I do think he should have gotten his bail revoked because that's a different set of circumstances and a different conversation. But the thing is he's muddled it with such poor and antagonistic behavior that if you use his case as an example, you can paint the protesters with a general brush that they're all aggressive, that they all reflexively pick fights with pretty innocent people, Minty case in point. And yeah, you know, and that's their MO, and that they're just defending themselves. You know, image is a precedent when you look at legal situations. Of course, legal outcomes and precedent is the most important, but images attached to it are also of significant importance. And if the image is negative, you know, it's like with, this is a silly comparison to make, but Rosa Parks, 1955, Montgomery, she was the second person to refuse, the second African-American woman to refuse to get up and give up her seat. There was another one that was planned to the double NAACP. It was plans with them, I think as far back as 1946, but she, and I would have been too, but she, you know, was not symbolically a great figure because she understandably talked back, made things worse, and therefore it was tough to use as precedent. And that's the racism of America, right? In reality, she has had every right, unlike DOA in his situations. She had every right to defend herself and get angry and talk back. But you need a figurehead who is stoic, and he's not stoic. Just saying, you're not one to criticize people's teeth. Oh, somebody else. Okay, I've never had. My teeth are yellow as can be. Lord knows I can't criticize no one's teeth. What's this? Hey, Sheep Show. Nice to have you. There's a blast from the past. Remember that movie with Brendan Fraser? Blast from the past. Did Dodge show the outfit of the day already? No, I haven't. But you saw it in the pre-record. And I got some shoes that match the shirt in Newark. They were like $40. I hope they're pants. Pants off, dance off. Have another hit. I could legally do so. I'm not driving. I ain't got no car, and weed's legal. Linda, one of my favorite, Linda. I hope you're not Linda Beverlin, though, because Linda Beverlin was super supportive. If I pissed off Linda Beverlin, I'd feel bad. But if you're not Linda Beverlin, that I've seen your comments before, that's okay. What did Linda say? Remember when I was a good reporter or something? Let's see. Who wants to shit on me now? Because my mouth is wide open. Remember when reporters are neutral and got facts right, says Linda on the stream. And that's me right now. And you like it because you're on the stream and you're watching. Nobody likes you, sticker chick, go to sleep. You know what? I don't just like sticker chick. Speak for yourself. Sticker chick for president. Yep, that's me, the guy who drinks on the weekends sometimes. AZ Crimson. Inserting yourself in a case that's nothing to do with you. Isn't that what news reporters do? I mean, it's kind of their job. Sure. Dodge, I like this color shoes. Thank you, Michael. Which is a while. People have unsubscribed just because they don't like that I don't moderate the chat. Oh shit! Are you guys still open? Oh fuck! I want to get some ice cream. Let me check. She about to close. You closed? Bummer. They still got like 6 minutes before they're supposed to close. That's some bullshit. Hazy. What are we talking about? Google what is open. I will. I just Cold Stone like particularly because Cold Stone's good ice cream. What are any of you talking about? Where are you at now? Newark, New Jersey. Pardon me. It's a weeknight. It's very low key in Newark. Granny's telling Dodge how to report Like if they don't have Scott's BS agenda. Yeah, and I don't get the same amount of cult people because I ain't cult like. I'll tell you when I mess up. I tell you when I get things wrong. And I do not demand loyalty. I demand some money though, goddammit, and you better send it to me. I'm kidding. Somebody gave me a super chat, thank you. For fuck's sake, says Christina. What did I do, Christina? Yeesh. 2 pronunciations for Newark. True. You said some humiliating thing. Oh, okay, you're talking about some guy. Teen bullying? What? Don't bully teens. Oh, my spit. Oh, I get that. Christina, you were talking shit about me in DOA's chat too, but that's okay. I still love you. I'll forgive you. See, I'm very forgiving. Even if people talk shit about me, I will still love them. And I will always love you. Scott P says Newark, pronounced Nork. I ain't heard that shit. Nork? Fuck, whoever said Nork. Mork and Mindy. Dodge likes Mina, just like Mina likes DDT. I don't know who Mina is. Thank you, Christina. I'm glad you forgive me. You'd think I know who you are, and I don't. I don't know any of you are. Where are you at? Newark. How about that? Now I sound stupid. Oh, that's right. I cried over for my family pet that had to be put down. What? Don't talk about anybody's pets. What? This is an insane chat. What are any of you talking about? How are there 3 separate conversations about children dead? Rude. That was rude. How are there 3 conversations at once about 3 different dead children and 2 dead cats and 3 dead dogs and leave the dogs and the kids and the cats out of it. Yeesh. Don't knock a granny because you aren't getting the donations. Likely because your chat is cheap and doesn't really care. I'm saying I don't have a cult following and I'm goddamn proud of it and I don't grift from people. I might be the only one who doesn't. That's why I am Christ. What Dodge says. Word. The SC Granny Gang are trying to impress DOA. Yeah, DOA, again, he should have made those 2 hours. Where's your dog and why are you in Newark? Because I was going to fly out to LA and then I was like, fuck it. That's why. And it was out of Newark. I was late. I would have flown out if I wasn't late for my flight. But I also decided not to go because I found out that day that the immigration case that I wanted to cover that week was dismissed. So then it would have only been for DOA's rally. Hey, Religious, are you from Jersey? No, it's just where Newark, the airport was. And then I missed my flight from Newark, at my mom's house north of Westchester. But it's a long trip to get to Newark Airport. I heard there's a cat under federal protection by U.S. Marshals. Huh? You are in that KKK Reeves chat? I do not support the Klan. What? Arlene Monk said no matter how the case ends, in the end, DOA is aged. He'll eventually lose support. He has no family left, from what Kitty says. He'll age and die a lonely man until the internet, lonely man because the internet ends. Yeah, perhaps. I don't know if he has if he has a victory, then I don't think it has many ramifications beyond his personal life. But Dodd smokes like a Scientologist. No, I am a Scientologist. I am Miscavige's gimp. Next question. Sticker Chick says, lol, eventually we all die. This is true. Salient point, Sticker Chick. Hero Like Cody, hey, nice to see you guys subscribe to Hero Like Cody. Good to see you. I've been super busy with work. Did I miss anything cool? Not much. There's some debate of a probable cause hearing of DOA. Some of the charges will go forth. Other charges will not. One of the charges definitely will go forth. There continues to be deliberation and conversation about the other charges. So only one of the charge, which is assault, felony assault, there's enough probable cause for. As for the others, which are 5 out of 6 of them, the judge will rule on that this Friday. We find out Friday. Yes, that we do. You didn't have to tell us. We figured. What? Well, tell you what people ask. Whoever said that Scott is hot, says Jen, not I. I flew into Newark when I went to New York. Met Daryl Sutter. Cool on the plane. Very cool. That's a baseball guy, right? I think. Kitty is a liar, says Minion. And DOA does talk to family members. He might have family members he's close with. He might have family members who he's not, right? She seems, she's been interesting to listen to in the interviews. She doesn't seem, you can never tell who's lying, telling the truth about what situation ever. But she doesn't seem unhinged or off the wall or anything. Balance Bliss says, you have a chat similar to Dodge. Both let people speak freely. Unlike DOA, Aaron and Nora. Yeah, I respect here, like Cody's liberalness with the chat. Did anything happen in the Alex and Namorado case? I haven't heard about him in a while. I don't know who you're talking about, but I think if you're talking about the Boston guy, I think he copped to almost everything. I think it was a bad thing. I don't think he had a lawyer, and he didn't fight it, and I think he got the full charge. I don't think he got jail time, if I'm not mistaken, but like a bad fine and a misdemeanor that doesn't look great. And I don't think anything was minimized. But I'm not positive because I only know the surface of it because I wanted to go to Boston to cover that. That's a hell of a lot easier to get to Boston. But then I found out there were no further developments in the case. Saul Goodman, nice to have you. Guys, subscribe to Saul Goodman YouTube. Hey, Saul, thank you for keeping me updated with a lot of this stuff. I've been watching a lot of your streams about it, so that's much appreciated. Scott talked to family members when he asked for money, says Tanya. The famed Tanya. I wonder if that's the real Tanya. Well, the real Slim Tanya. Please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Arlene says, whether he wins or loses it, it doesn't affect our life. Ignore them all. They have no content left. Hey, fair point. I don't think people hate you. That's too harsh, Dodge. Thanks. I say people hated me. Does anything happen? Oh, we're talking about that. Why doesn't MLH ever show her face? I don't know who that is. What? Dad, he didn't have sex? What are we talking about? Who had sex? Not me, not for months. I don't believe, but anyway, it's not going to end up in a mistrial or it's going to be dropped. Who's talking about sex? What? Your kid's watching. What are any of you talking about? Voice Down Under says, I think his sister came across as a little stuck up and implying that he was a... Did she imply that because he's certainly not a pedophile, that Scott certainly is not 1,000% that. Michael, watch here. Michael, watch it. Saul says, talk more about me. Please. No, I mean, I'll talk, I'll be honest with you, first, I'm always wary of anybody who calls themselves boss. I'm not the boss. Nobody is my boss, except for Jesus Christ. Boss is very stream of consciousness. Not that his quality is inferior or he's not as good, but it's just less my cup of tea. And I admire, especially with asking her all the initial questions, I admire Saul's journalistic efficiency with it and asking very direct questions and not, sidetrack stuff. You always, in fun little conversations, you could always have conversations about and fun little asides, but you don't want to have that be 80% of the stream. And so, Saul is good to investigate a lot of this stuff. And to Saul's credit, she's let his sister denounce rumors that weren't true about DOA. And I think, in that regard, I think he's been pretty, even though he has an axe to grind, I think he has covered it in a pretty even-handed way. So respect. Sigurd Chick, sweetheart, there's more people in YouTube I'd rather see gone than DOA. Two particulars I don't like. DOA is missing. What up? Huh? Dodge, email me. Okay, sure. Let's be on the stream. I'd love to talk. What is your email? Is it on your YouTube, Saul? My email is dodge.landisman@gmail.com. They're going to get... the minions are going to get real mad, Saul. But, I think you'd be a pleasure to talk with. I think anyone that supports KK Creepy... Huh? Who is this creepy clan person? Linda says, DOA doesn't have to ask for money. His chat just rains money when they know he needs it. That is the tragedy of life, is it not? What are any of you talking about? Saul is desperate. I think a lot of people have been watching what he's been doing lately. Hard to say that's desperation. I've emailed you, lol. Oh, you have? Okay, thank you. Oh, yeah, right. You emailed me with the stream link. Awesome. All right, then I'll email you, Saul. Apologies. Drove across the country for Scott to spike his hair, rent half a tux, and left his 10 there. Nothing but a trip home. Yeah, well, I don't know why DOA decided to do the tux thing. At least he didn't wear the bow tie or the tux shirt, but he had the tux jacket. His hair was like Christian Slater, man. Like, his hair was like Dawson's Creek, Beverly Hills 90210. Like, come on, man. James Vanderbeek called. He wants his hairstyle back. Shit. 1997 called. They want their hair back. I mean, shit, man. Fatty Arbuckle called. He wants his tuxedo back. I know it could fit both. What the fuck was that? It's, you know, with the supercuts, they have that little douche kid with the sidewinder glasses, the sunglasses. This little douche kid. And they have it at they have his picture at every Supercuts. And it's like, DOA just said, that douche kid, I want the douche kid haircut. Immediately. Like, are you sure? You're gonna look like a douche kid. Precisely. That was the sight to behold. Lord. Crackhead Kenny is a mentality of 14-year-old wanting to get laid for the first time. He's beta boy. That's true. I don't believe in beta. In alpha. I think that's a myth. Saul chase after dead child's family. I haven't heard that. What? Okay. I don't believe that. Maybe. Oh, thank you. Gift membership. Very kind. Dodge, do you get all the nice ladies? No more romance talk. I've gotten in trouble about any romance talk. We are done with it. If you want to add me Instagram, you know how to do so. Hero Like Cody says maybe that's coming back in style. I like a good tuxedo. Perhaps. I mean, it's better than wearing a t-shirt. I haven't heard much of a protest since Scott had to stop. I've heard a lot of BS, but don't see much happening. Oh, that's very fair. Voice down under. Yes, Michael, take these comments to... Look, I needed to step in and say, Michael, I think there's a generational divide, and he might not understand that appearing overeager at certain ladies can come off as uncomfortable, and so, you know, one person said threatening or predatory. I would like to be educated on how it's predatory, but I'm open to being educated on that. But yeah, definitely take that comment to heart, Michael. And it's a generational thing. Don't beat yourself up. But you know, just like for you, Michael, just pretend the ladies don't exist. Okay. Just become gay. Jen said, of course you should. A voice down under. Are you serious? B says, have you looked in the mirror, Dodge, before talking crap about others? And I'm a fucking G, bitch. How about that? I know I shouldn't call people bitch. Sorry. All right, Michael, I'm not going to read that comment. I love the hair. And Dodge, are you talking about suits? Huh? Becky could have done us all a favor and given her name as Jazzy for a talking band. T says, yes, people should have their act together in their 40s, but unfortunately some don't. This is true. Oh, thank you, Hero Light. You just gave me a super chat. That's very kind. Very kind. Dodge lol. Laugh out loud. For sure. We're calling into meetings in LA. Amy's a strong activist. I need to call into meetings more. Keep saying I'll do it. I never do. I call you something, B. I be in a sarcastic, loving way. You can call me a bitch. I deserve that. Amy, and change has been made because of it. Dodge G, thank you, Hero Light. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think you can criticize my style. It's original. I match my colors. My clothes fit me well. They don't look dirty. They're unique and unusual and vintage is fly. Meatwad says, you could feel the goalpost moving on ML8 stream. Chin Pew's panel that gets shit views, you know of him. I don't know who MLH is. Soccer? Dreamscape, I don't know, what am I talking about? Good mods take out the trash early. I don't got no mods. I'll tag you, Dodge. Thank you, Amy. Please do. That's helpful. I know you have in the past. Half of this is hieroglyphics, guys. Why does anybody have a YouTube channel? Says Von Peapad. Most put out content and their audience gives them donations. How is that any different than other creators on YouTube? Fair. Voice Down Under. I'm not being rude or anything. I'm just asking for a genuine example, except for the encampment, which was an awesome idea. What else has he done? I genuinely want to know, as I wasn't following him. The parameters of effectiveness are always debatable, aren't they? Tangibly, what would be the tangible the outcomes, measurements of success? It would be deterring a fair amount of people from going into Scientology. I think Streets has done more of that, or getting mega views on YouTube or mainstream press spotlighting the evils of Scientology. LA Times mentioned the movement once, and they were quite dismissive. So I don't see him getting, I mean, he says he can get all this attention, but even when he had his original channel, his lives might get 10,000 views, 8,000 views. I mean, I'll go to the Diddy trial, and in the Diddy trial, my lives would get like 30,000 views. And it's easier to get a lot of views in lives than it is on a pre-record. So I don't know how many actual views it translated beyond the pool of people already invested, which is equivalent to about 10,000 views, beyond the pool of people that were invested in the anti-Scientology world to begin with. Streets had a much bigger reach, and I think got new people aware. I remember I was in Milwaukee for the Kamala Harris rally, and I was talking to these people on the bus, because we're both going on the bus, and I told them I did some stuff about Scientology, and they're like, oh, I love Streets LA. And they knew nothing about Scientology before Streets LA. So I don't, it's interesting to see what's the actual, that's so subjective, of course, that the impact is very subjective, but at least in my terms, I don't think he's done a lot. Elron Hayam Bimbe. Black Scientologists. Eric Andre for the win. As leader of Black Scientologists, I can confirm DOA is the white devil. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Streets LA is awesome. I'm a fan. Hey, a voice. DOA was helpful in protesting with us in DC against these insurrection dipshits. I thought DOA was pro Jan 6, but I don't know. That's interesting. You got some fun music. You hear that? Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Doing all right? Need a cigarette?
Help!
I got you. Need a cigarette? Cool. Well, I offered him some help, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to accept it. What is happening? He's asking for help, but I offered it, and he didn't accept it. See, people think that's dangerous. It's not dangerous. He just wants some help. But he can't get specific. Sometimes I just don't get him. I don't understand why he tears down protesters that are also making a difference. Yeah, and he's very quick to attack good people who are my friends. That's why I spoke out against DOA, because Mindy, Dan Walks LA, Danny are people I admire and respect, and have never done anything unkind to much of anybody. And I didn't like that he attacked people that I think are very good souls. Dodge, you don't have a dog to protect you. That's true. Newark isn't safe, says Amy. It's hell of fun. Don't do that. You're going to get snubbed. I'm a little too eager to interact, aren't I? It sounds like LA. Not too different. Way more sketchier than LA, actually, which I like about that. Where's Granny that buys tuxedos for heroes? Wrong again. Wrong, minion. Help! Pura Vida says he needs... He's talking about unalive. Don't talk about unaliving yourself. Funny how YouTube channels are based on attacking one or two people constantly, and they have zero content of their own. Why would anyone just attack Vaughn? Don't attack Theo Vaughn. People knew it was a cult without YouTube. True. Who is ribeye? My favorite cut of meat. Nobody takes Scott seriously as a protester, says Tanya. Are you the real Tanya? I've had private messages accusing my friends of being OSA, their chats not being safe, a Christian call is going after COS. I've heard that too. Dodger a reason. There's a reason his area closes early. I like soaking in. I think we should follow that guy, have a conversation. I want to ask him about the New Jersey election. I've been meaning to interview people about the New Jersey election, and I think he'll be my first. Dude's acting like crazy, like I on a good day. Yeah. He's still saying help. He's saved Dodge. He's not playing. He wants help. Yeah, when he was Okay, so stick your tick. When he was in DC, he wasn't pro Chase 6. I see. Good reporter does research. Dodge! Says Dreamscapes. You're not a reliable news source. After the time, you just talk out of your ass. Never heard that from you. What research is there to do? There's little minutes from the court hearing that I gather. What research? Tell me anything I've gotten horrifically wrong. I've gotten some things wrong. Becky, I got wrong, and I corrected it. Shit. 59-year-old. I don't even know what Dreamscape is. Is that a video game? Did you see what they try to kick out hot as fuck? We could talk. At least I could say Alina Habba's hot. She's not someone in the chat. Oh, perfect woman right there. I mean, not her politics. I think she's Gestapo, but she is smoking. Why didn't you ask people from other side? I've tried, Linda. Linda. This is na. It's Linda. Because nobody from the other side wants to talk to me. I've been trying. Okay. Hear me, see me, feel me, touch me. I'd love to have them on. Hey, you know who I like? I like Whitesnake. If Whitesnake gets this message, I'd love to have him on my stream. How about that? It is not assault with a weapon. All right. Am I wrong about that? I thought there's initial charges assault with a weapon. I might be wrong about that. Touche. What weapon was involved? I don't think it was rightfully assault with a deadly weapon, but I think that's the thing that the DA is trying to go for. I don't think there's much proof that there was a deadly weapon used, and that very well could be thrown out. But I believe I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Okay. Unfortunately, a lot of people take him seriously as damaged. Has damaged people are doing good work. Why are you standing outside? Because I like outside. I gotta go to the elevator because we're gonna lose power. Put a 1 if you want me to continue and plug this guy in. Oh, you guys. Oh my God, you guys. Damn, 2. You do not want me to continue. 2 just means you do not want me to continue. 1. Linda, well, of course. I'm not taking Linda's opinion seriously. T should do a panel of Dodge. Sure. T seems kind of objective. I don't know if D is pro or anti-DOA. I really want somebody who's very pro-DOA. And I don't dislike the person just for liking DOA. But I'd like to... Michael deeply disappointed me because this is me being sloppy. I thought Michael was pro-DOA. And he was not. Hey, Dodge, you going to LA for GDT court case? For the restraining order with Mindy, yes. Probably for his next hearing, no. But for Mindy's thing, yes. Sticker chick should. Nope, not pro-DOA. No, I know. Can't afford any more damage to my channel. I'm serious about what I do. Fair. Dodge is harmless, at least compared to KK and Red. I'm not out here out to get anybody. You know, he's just a topic of conversation, a character in this whole game of life, the anti-Scientology world. And he's done a good job of inserting himself. Is he the best representative? Perhaps not. You know, I mean, that's the nature of the beast, eh? The best representatives who've actually done some really concrete stuff. I'm not saying DOA said horrible things, but the best representatives who have done concrete stuff are the ones who don't get in jail, don't get put in jail or get arrested, and therefore they're not the topic of conversation in the YouTube world. Like, you ask me who is the best protester, it's Tory, or Miriam, or Jacob Harkey, probably would be who I would think would be the best protester.